Okay, so I'm not going to go into any factual information about how the industry is moving and how portrait and fashion photography will somehow be a better choice for you financially or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, being in the industry for the last few years now and working and knowing photographers from all sorts of different industries like wedding photography, sports photography, street photography, portrait photography, etc., you can make serious money in any of the genres. And no, AI isn't taking over the industry or is taking away your clients or anything like that, so I don't want you to make that bullshit excuse. So when we're looking at the genre that we want to pursue in our photography, we first actually want to look at the negatives of each genre before we go into the positives, because we want to know the pains of each genre and figure out whether or not you wouldn't mind having that pain and that you wouldn't even be worried about it. So one example is weddings. What are the pains and negatives of that genre? Well, you've got long hours. You can be working 12 up to 14, 16-hour days. Obviously, you can deal with bridezillas, so to say, or groomzillas, which can be obviously a very awful experience for you. The couple could book out a shitty venue and the photos don't turn out that good because the lighting is kind of ugly. And it is just also a hard business to get into because you need to know people that are getting married, and getting married is just a one-time thing. Another example that I can think of is sports photography, but the issues with that is a very high barrier of entry because you need a very expensive gear to take good sports photos, like the cameras that you need and the expensive lenses that you need to have too. It also takes a lot of skill and practice, so it takes a long time to kind of get good at. But that's the same with every genre, I guess. And it may take you a few years until you can start by making money from it. One more example, portraits and fashion. What is the pain of portraits and fashion? Well, you will probably deal with some annoying clients at some point that don't pay you on time, or they're always asking for new things and whatever it is. And it can also take some time to master your craft and build up that perfect portfolio, because there is a lot to do with making a really good portfolio that will land clients. And I've done all the genres. I've done the weddings, I've done the sports photography, I've done whatever you can think of, and I've found that portraits and fashion is the best one to pursue, in my opinion. If you're someone who wants to be creative, who wants that creative control or just control in general when it comes to your portfolio and the type of photos that you want to create, also you don't want to have to initially invest a lot of money into something, this genre is going to be perfect for you. You can build a portfolio for essentially completely free. Like, as long as you have a camera or a decent lens, you can build a portfolio no matter what. So you can start right now, like this weekend, the next couple of days, you can start by building up a portrait portfolio that quickly. Like, when I first started to build up my portfolio in the portrait aspect, it was quite easy. Like, I'll just book a photo shoot with a friend or a family member, maybe doing a model here and there if I found someone on Instagram or something like that, for completely free. I didn't have to pay anyone. I had very minimal gear too, so it's not like, oh, I had to have the best of the best gear. I had very minimal gear and I still took some pretty decent photos. Like, you can literally start today, like organize a photo shoot right now after this video with a friend or a family member or a model if you know a model. It's really like that simple. Like, you can get into it like today. You can get into it like within the week. That is what's so good about it, because a lot of the reason why you can make so much progress in this genre is just by starting today and doing something right now and taking action. That is going to build up that momentum so you can eventually turn this into your career. And best of all, you just get full creative control. You're not relying on the venue that the couple booked out. Like, is the lighting good in here? Is the location good or anything like that? It's not really that much to do with the type of gear that you own. It's like, oh, your lens isn't this or whatever it is. It really isn't to do with that. It's mainly down to you. Like, it's mainly down to your sheer skill as a portrait or fashion photographer, rather than all these other external factors that you can't change. So not only is it a low barrier of entry, you don't really need much money to invest into it initially to get it going. Like, you just need a camera and a lens. That is it. It doesn't have to be super high end or anything like that. Like the other genres, for example, you can obviously be super creative and get rewarded for your creativity. You have full control over the quality of your photos, and also too, you get to meet amazing people. It's like a network engine, so to say. Like, you're gonna meet a model that knows another model, that knows a stylist, that also knows a makeup artist, that knows a client or potential clients that wants photography services, so they hire you because they know each other. Whatever it is, like, I've landed so many clients and jobs simply because I collaborated with this one model sometime, or this one stylist that knows this potential clients, that knows someone who owns a clothing brand, for example, and wants a campaign done, or wants some headshots, or whatever it is. It's also really good outside of your photography on the social aspect of things. So you can imagine, like, for me, when I first started out doing photography, or before I started doing photography, I was very much an introverted person. I was very much a very shy, reserved person with very little social battery. But as soon as I started to do portrait photography and do a bunch of shoots with strangers, I gained that confidence, that social confidence. And now I'm very much an extroverted person. I'm very much an extroverted, outgoing, social person now. Like, I need to have conversations with people. Like, if I'm in the gym or something like that, I need to speak to at least one person to kind of keep my sanity. And that is because I got so used to meeting new people. Like, you can imagine, if you're doing a photo shoot with a new person every other week or every month, or you're landing clients or whatever it is, you're meeting new people and you're having conversations with strangers, like, on a frequent basis. Like, I'm used to that now. Like, I'm having even when I first started, I'm having conversations with complete strangers and getting to know people and building connections every other week, every single week, and I'm talking to all these people. So I'm used to, like, conversations and social interaction that eventually turned me into this more extroverted person. And also in general too, when it comes to, like, I have to kind of be a more social person if I want to get in the industry and make money and become successful. So I was kind of forced to become more of an extrovert. And that has helped me in other aspects of my life, not just in my photography sense, but also in my social life. You know what I mean? With relationships, for example, in dating even, whatever it is, like, that has helped me not just in my photography, but in my, every other aspect of my life. So if you are a somewhat introverted person, or someone who's very shy, or doesn't really go out that much, or isn't very social with people, then this genre, not only are you going to start by making money from it, but you're going to be becoming so much more social because you're kind of forced to be social. Obviously there's other genres that force you to be social, like weddings and stuff like that, but this is the one genre where it's like you have to organize a photo shoot, you have to, like, message a model or message a makeup artist or whatever to work with. Like, you have to go out there, become social, be active on social media, talk to people in real life, etc. Obviously be a good person to work with, all that type of stuff. I noticed that with other genres, obviously there's some genres like weddings, you have to be quite social and kind of outgoing, but there's some genres like events, for example, that I've done, or sports photography, where you can just show up to the venue, see the person that hired you, the client, shake their hand, nice to meet you, whatever, I'll get these photos, boom. You can take the photos, not speak to a single person the entire night, go home, send the photos off, etc. And you can literally get away with speaking to basically no one on the day. You had like 1 or 2 interactions at most, and you can get away with that. With portrait photography, you can't get away with that. And that's a good thing in my opinion. Because a lot of your shoot opportunities and your job opportunities and your financial whatever is going to come from being social, from getting to know people. And moving on from that point, when we're talking about being creative, get paid for your creative photography. Like, I've gotten paid shoots with clients that hire me for my creative style, that give me all the creative control, make me the creative director or whatever, and I can do kind of whatever I want, so to say. Like, obviously, do I also get more boring, quote unquote boring commercial shoots and stuff like that? 100%. I'm not gonna lie and act like all my jobs are super creative and cool. Obviously that's not the case. I've done a load of, like, quote unquote boring shoots, but even then they're not even that boring. And also that's better than most photographers when they're in these other genres where they have to do 100% of their photo shoots and 100% of their portfolio is that more commercial boring stuff. Like, have you ever heard of weddings? That weddings is like not an art, it's a service, or it's a business, or whatever it is. Like that genre, for example, isn't even seen as like a creative thing, it isn't seen as an art, it isn't even seen as photography. It's seen as like this service that you have to fulfill for the clients. Like, it doesn't even seem like that, like, cool. Also too, when you're not even going to get paid for your photography and you're building up your portfolio, that is also fun as fuck. Like the most fun times that I've had in my portrait photography and fashion photography journey has been these free collaborative shoots where I've met new people, I've been able to be super creative and create all these cool concepts, and I've been able to create amazing work. And it's like, even the fun shoot, even the free shoots where I'm not getting paid, I'm probably going out of pocket for the photo shoots. I'm having a blast, I'm loving it. And it's not unrealistic to say, if you take the right action steps and you build the portfolio the right way and you keep consistent at it, that you could turn this portrait photography into your full-time career, make a few grand a month and quit your 9-to-5 job in only the space of a couple of years. And by the way, I do have a course in the top link below that's everything to do with portrait photography, like how to build a portrait photography portfolio, how to make this your full-time business, and it's to help you speed up your progress even more. So if you found that portrait photography is quite interesting to you, I've convinced you to do portrait photography, you want to pursue it and turn this into your career, make money from it, the course in the top link below is going to be perfect for you, because you probably don't really know where to start. Like, how do I build a portfolio? How do I gain a network? How do I price myself when I get a client? I teach all of that in the program, so you can check it out in the top link below. And you might even be saying to yourself, why can't I just do all the genres? Well, the truth is, if you want to start by landing clients and turn this into your full-time career, you can't pursue every single genre. You have to pick one. I first tried that in the initial stages. I thought that if I was an event photographer, also a portrait photographer, also a wedding photographer, that I could land a bunch of clients and attract a bunch of different type of people. Well, that wasn't really the case at all, because you give off that like jack of all trades energy and that hobbyist energy, because you don't have a specialism in one thing, you just do everything. It's even just best for you, like stop spreading your focus so thin. Focus on one genre, become the best at this one genre, put all your money and all your effort into this one thing, build your portfolio from portrait photography, buy the appropriate gear for that genre. Don't just buy versatile gear that could be good for anything. Buy specific gear that is good for this specific genre. Like for me, I've got a Canon R6 with a 24-70. This is my only, in terms of digital photography, digital cameras, this is my only setup. I had an 85mm before and I sold it because I was like, I don't even use it. I don't need it. Like, I just literally just bought this lens, this camera, that is it. That's all I need, and that's all I use, because if I was doing a bunch of events and a bunch of weddings or something like that, I'd have to get, okay, I need another camera body, I need another lens, I need maybe like a 70-200 or something like that. I might need to get a prime. Don't have to waste my time on that. Don't have to waste any of my money on that, because I don't need all those lenses. I found that the 24-70 is perfect for any genre, for any like shoot that I do. So that's all I have. That's all I need. I noticed that the only photography businesses that do pursue all the genres or do a lot of different types of shooting and are still successful and make a lot of money are very established photographers, people that have been in the industry for like 20 years, 30 years, and like they've always done that from the very beginning or whatever it is. And it's like, yeah, they can make money, but even then, like I still think they're losing out on clients because they do that. And I feel like they could be really good at this one way of shooting if they just did this one way of shooting. Like when you say jack of all trades, they're also not a master of none. Jack of all trades and master of none. So even though they do portraits and weddings and fashion and then like this and that, they may be good at it, but they're not the best at it. But if you pursued one thing, you can become amazing and the best at this one thing, which can help you charge more money too. And if you don't like portrait photography and you're pursuing it and you're like, oh, I don't really like it that much, then just switch. It's not a big deal. And if everything that I've said in the video sounds interesting to you and you want to pursue portrait photography, like this is great, this genre sounds great, you sold me on it, it's probably going to be the best financial option for you too. Like even though weddings, for example, you can make much more money from a single wedding that you can make from a couple of photo shoots in the portrait or fashion photography genre. That is true, but if you don't truly like weddings, if you have no passion for weddings, then it's like, it doesn't matter. You're always going to make more progress in the thing that you truly want to pursue, because then you actually find it interesting, you keep consistent at it, and you have fun with it. Like, yes, does weddings make more money? But yeah, but if you don't really like it, you're not going to be consistent with it, you don't really want to pursue it, and you're going to half-arse it, and you'll be like, oh, I'll do it sometimes, you don't really make much progress in it, and then eventually you don't really make any money from it. But if you pursue something that, yeah, maybe in the initial stages won't make you that much money, It doesn't matter because you're going to keep consistent at it because you're going to find it super fucking fun. Because most photographers just do photography to get paid. They don't do it for fun. They don't do it because it's their passion. They love to do it. They just do it because it's like money in their bank account. That is it. Like, what's the difference between doing that and then doing something like a normal 9-to-5 or office job? Same thing. You both don't really like either way. You tolerate it. You just do it for money. But you want to do a thing that you truly love doing. Like I mentioned earlier, the wedding photography is not an art. Like, wedding photographers will tell you, this is not an art. This is a service. This is what we call like just work. This is work. This is what we need to provide for the clients. This isn't like a creative and fun thing that you do. Not saying that portrait and fashion photography isn't profitable or you can't make money from it. Of course, you can make a shit ton of money from portrait photography. I'm an example of that. You can make a lot of money from it. It's not the fact that you can't make money from it. It's just the fact that it's not 100% about service. I need to create this for the clients. Obviously, you need to have a business mindset when it comes to your portrait photography and stuff. Of course you do. You need to. But it is also to do with your creative side as well. And you can be this more artsy person and get paid for it. Again, it's not unrealistic to say that in the next couple of years, if you follow the right action steps and you build up the network properly and you market yourself correctly and you build up your portfolio the right way, that this could be your full-time career. You can be making a few grand from this in the next couple of years, and this can be a full-time career like I just mentioned, and you can quit your 9-to-5 job and you can take it even further and start by making 6 figures a year, etc. Best of all, making money doing what you truly love. And that is my mission on this channel, to help you bridge that gap from a hobbyist photographer to a professional that makes money from their photography. And once you're ready and you think that portrait or fashion photography is the photography genre for you and you want to finally start by taking this seriously, the Portfolio Mastery course on the top link below is going to be perfect for you. I think you're going to be extremely interested in it because it's going to give you a clear step-by-step guide to exactly what you need to do. Because you might be thinking right now, Joe, you sold me. You sold me on portrait photography. This is going to be great. I want to do it, but I don't know where to start. How do I build a network? How do I even price myself when I eventually do land clients? I teach all of that in the program. Learn about how I built my portfolio that lands me regular clients. Learn about the mistakes that I made so you can avoid them. My goal is just to speed up your progress. It's everything that you need to know about turning this into your full-time career so you can quit your 9-to-5 job. Like, that has always been your dream. There's always been your dream to turn your photography into a career, but you thought that it wasn't even possible. You thought that, yeah, it could happen maybe. Like, no, I'm going to tell you exactly how to turn that into a reality. So click the top link below to turn that into a reality. But anyway, that is it for the video though. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful. Click on this video right here to learn more about portrait photography, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.